Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you on a Thursday. And this is the summary report for today's trading. And oh man, I've been struggling to get this video done. It's been a struggle. There's no really good way or a nice way to say this. We might as well get it over with. Rip off that Band-Aid. We blew up today. That's what happened. Our 150K funded account is gone. And I'll try and explain my best way possible. I'll try and explain what happened. It's embarrassing. It's disappointing. There's a lot of other things that go through my mind. How and why it happened. Just so disappointed. But it is what it is. It happened. Like I always say on this channel, I show the good, bad, and the ugly, and this is one of those times, the ugly parts. This one hits a little bit different. This one is a little extra painful, to be honest. Being that we had this account balance at $4,300 in profit, which is $700 away from the profit threshold in order to make a withdrawal. And just absolutely snowballed out of control into a complete bomb today and a big blow up. And it was, again, me just not being disciplined, not taking a loss, and also not knowing when to walk away. Just multiple things that I did really terrible today. I mean, really, it was one trade, of course. It was the last trade, obviously. And just, I'm so frustrated. I'm trying to keep things in perspective as well. I've had a couple hours now to kind of process this. And obviously, it's not the end of the world. And I have, thankfully, my 1950K accounts are all fine. They're all doing okay. We just lost the 150K account, which that is a positive. I did not trade the 50Ks much today, very little. And I'm very grateful for that. But man, it's just so disappointing. All right, I'm going to try and explain at least a little bit what happened. Of course, it's 8:30, so the account you can see it's literally gone. Somewhere in the ether is where it went. And so I can no longer even show you the trades or the trade that took me out here. I'll just kind of explain what happened. I basically in the morning, I took some nice trades. And I guess for those that are new, this account was $4,300 in profit. And then this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had 3 days in a row of $300 losses. So that was kind of on my mind. And today I decided, hey, I'm going to just stream, or I'm going to trade off stream. I'm not going to stream. I thought maybe it's putting too much pressure on myself. And, maybe just trading off stream will turn it around and get, so I can have a green day again and make up for those losses. And I made the very, very fatal mistake of not implementing my Guardian Angel Trader on this account. And looking back at that decision is probably the worst decision. Just a terrible decision if I think about it a little more clearly now. Basically, I had a $1,000 profit goal set. And that was my goal. Get this account to 1,000 in profit. And it would basically bring us back to, where we were last week and a little bit more. And we'd be like $400 or $500 close to payout. And that was I had set my mind on it. And we were actually having a good day. That's what is so disheartening. We were $900 in profit. I actually took a couple losses right here on this move and ended up making him back on this move. So I'll kind of show you, but I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I kind of had a trend line here where I was waiting. And if this, you know, blew through the trend line here, I was looking to short and I was expecting that we test the lows again. And I was basically just scalping. And in the afternoon session, I was just scalping for like 8 to 10 ticks. And I was going with 3 contracts, 8 to 10 ticks, and then moving on to my next trade. And I was trading quite a bit. And I was almost at that $1,000 profit goal when I entered right here. Like, I kid you, I wish I could show you my actual trade here because it's actually hard to believe. I mean, you couldn't do this if you tried. And I entered short here looking for 8 ticks, and we were at 6 ticks in profit, 2 ticks close to taking my profit, being done for the day. I like it. It's crazy even to think about it. And of course, this thing you can see what happened. We rip higher, and that's when it all began. And I should have just cut my losses right here. Cut my losses. But I didn't. I was frustrated that I didn't hit my profit target, and I thought, there's no way this is not going to test the lows of the day here. And then I did the unthinkable, and here I added more to my position. I did it twice, and you can see, I don't need to explain. It actually right here, this move lower actually gave me some hope. And I thought, okay, they just wanted to come test these previous highs here. And we're now going to, at least come back down where I can take my profit, and we would have survived. And we would have survived. And this big green boner candle, that was it. That was the one that did me in, and bye-bye account. And oh man, I'm still trying to fully process it and fully accept that it actually did happen. But I know it happened because I was here for it, unfortunately. I'm trying not to ramble on here. I don't want to make this video forever. It is what it is. We messed up today. We messed up. We regroup today, or tomorrow morning we regroup. Here I did take just a screenshot of my accounts, and kind of that's what it looked like at the end of the day. I knew I would probably not have time to do this video fully, but yeah, here's my TradeZella, and this is the 1950K accounts, and where we're sitting with those. So obviously, thankful I still have the 50K accounts. I don't want to overreact, and I know, we have 150K that's already passed that I just paid the monthly fee for that. So we have a fresh 150K funded account that we can trade again. And it's more of how it happened, of why I'm so disappointed. And it's also more about that I was so close to that profit threshold, and then to blow up is where it really hurts. But I have to accept it. We got to learn from it. We got to regroup, get back on that horse, and we have to learn from our mistakes. That's my thing is, how many times am I going to do this before I really learn that I have to cut my losses and accept my losses? And I think one of the main things that I learned today, one thing when I shared with my wife what happened today, she was very understanding. And, one of the first things she asked me is, what did you learn from it? And it's a great question. And, one thing I walking away is, scalping is not for me. Scalping, it requires me to size too big. That's kind of my biggest issue, because it requires me to size in a little bit too big just to capture that small profit target, which 90% of the time you can have a 90% win rate. But then when I need to take a loss, the loss is so much bigger and is so big that it's difficult for me to accept the loss. So that's when the wheels just start coming off. And there's times, even it happened earlier today when I was scalping, where I basically did the hold and pray method, and the price actually did come back down and it ended up working out. And that's what I was hoping for this afternoon. And of course it didn't. So like, I tend to, like, when the price goes against me when I'm scalping, and it's because I have too big size, it's more of a hold and pray method, and that's not a reasonable strategy. It sounds very stupid when I say it out loud, but I think everyone knows that's not going to work out long term. So I got to get rid of that mindset, and I've had a tendency to do that in the past, and it works really well until it doesn't. And that's kind of my biggest takeaway from today, from what I learned, is not to go down the rabbit hole of scalping. For me, it's just not for me. I know other people are great at doing it and do it very successfully, and that is awesome. And I think that's one of the great things about trading is you can have different, people can trade differently, and actually no one is wrong or right. But that was one takeaway I had, that I wanted to share. So I'm going to let you guys go. I don't want to make this forever long video. Thank you again. Thank you everyone for your support. And man, sometimes I wonder, it's like, I wonder, why do people even support me? It's like it's a train wreck that constantly is happening. But I guess, I thought, well, maybe people are just supporting and subscribing because they just want to see the next train wreck. I hope that's not the case, but maybe it is. But anyway, we're going to get there. I'm not going to let it deter me. Today was definitely a very, very trying day. And it was one of those days where you start questioning, like, I started really questioning, why do I do this? Like, why do I do this and put myself through this? Because it wasn't fun today. It was not fun today. But anyway, we got to live and learn, onwards and upwards. So, and the other thing, I still have a lot to be thankful for. And that's something that after days like today, I always try to wrap my head around and understand and appreciate how much I have to be thankful for and grateful for. Losing 150K account is not the end of, it's a small glitch and it's a small blip in the radar, and we got to keep things in perspective and onwards and upwards. So if you lost an account today, then I would say the same thing to you. So onwards and upwards. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll be live again tomorrow, and hopefully we can have some form of success. So take care, and God bless.